More SOTF maps, ARK on sale, and a surprise New Year's event. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So yes, it's been somewhat of a week, my word. Of course, we've got the ARK animated series trailer, which yes, I did cry at, and an epic trailer indeed, enlightening us on how well of a production this is going to turn out to be, with a star-studded lineup indeed. Sadly pushed back to in the new year, with no specific date given yet, other than it won't be too far into 2023, and we will get seasons 1 and possibly season 2 in the same year. Which platform this is on though remains to be seen. And yes, the survival of the fittest dropped over the weekend too, and has already gone under a number of changes since it first launched. Of course, being a complete reshape to the original SOTF that we had once upon a time, to a mixed response to some, but I do feel this does offer a easier to play version than perhaps the grindier stuff that we had before. And let's face it, if you want to grind, you've got ARK 1. Already seeing a wealth of balance changes, including balances to bosses, to almost every creature that seemed to be ahead of the meta, looking at the Thyla and Theri for example, with even duo servers already dropped within the last week, and a look to improve diversity in strategies, better ground PvP, more counterplay, and a higher skill cap. But there's a lot more on the horizon. Within the ARK official Discord, Jat, who's heading this up, responded to a few questions quite recently. One being, would like to see that Scorched Earth survival of the fittest map. And Jat responded, yeah, it's pretty close to finish that one, to be honest, and same deal. We could probably wrap that up in a few days, but then it takes a few days from other things, and maps are like straightforward. We know what they add to the game. Meaning, yes, they're working on balancing this prototype version first, and then we are going to see other maps. Though it's interesting how exactly that will play out, considering you have to pay for Scorched Earth. Will you have to pay for Scorched Earth to play Scorched Earth on the survival of the fittest? We'll have to wait and see. But if you want to play it and you haven't played it yet, in order to do so, you need to download this separately via Steam, which is absolutely free if you own ARK, the base game. And right now, you can get it for the handsome sum of £3.87, a whole 75% off until the 5th of Jan. With other improvements, such as possibly even more maps. They were talking about Aberration, that one's going to be a bit fun. Rating systems, better lobbies, and better matchmaking. With no word yet on the console crossplay release, where of course this was coming to Xbox and PlayStation, and still is. And I do think the delay was owed to it not being a patch to ARK 1 and being a separate game altogether, being patched to the original SOTF, meaning that Xbox and PlayStation will have to download an entirely separate game, which means an entirely separate game has to go through a certification process through those two platforms to make it through. And with it being a prototype and many balances happening right now, then yeah, I can see why it's perhaps been delayed for those platforms. When exactly this will drop to console, we still don't know. All we've got is the upcoming year. I don't know whether you're going to see this in Jan personally, maybe into Feb, but either way, it needs to come to console as soon as possible. It really is a make or break situation. The quicker it gets to console, the better. The hype surrounds this, the more people that are going to play it, the more it's going to be supported. But I guess, yes, if you are on Steam, you definitely want to support this if you want to see this come into console. So go and play it, do a video on it. We also got to catch up with lead designer on ARK 2, Craig Brown, during a SOTF live stream earlier in the week, which is great. Just enjoying playing this alongside Craig and learning a bit about the production of ARK 1. Craig delved into a few things regarding his responsibilities for ARK 1 and its development to, I guess, see through to this latest iteration of ARK that we're seeing today. And go watch it. I've got a link in the description. And another reason to play SOTF right now. Team SOTF, the unofficial community that have their own Discord, are running a tournament tomorrow on Jan the 1st where you can win up to $400+. Woo! That's right, people. So get involved. Go to their Discord, get all the details about what to do, where to go, how to play, because there's some big money's in it. And this is what it's all about. If you've been training and training hard and well, then you might be ready to have a go at this, though I don't think I'll be there because, let's face it, not exactly on par with some of you. And one small surprise to see, we are getting a New Year's event. That's right, folks. In the recent patch notes, we were told that New Year's can be set to unofficials earlier to account for all time zones. The earliest value this can be set to is that giant number there, meaning there's a time code you need to put in. In fact, with servers like Gportal, link in the description, you can have this all set and done for you without having to understand these bizarre numbers, with you simply just selecting your first start date and second start date for the two separate New Year's event to drop when they do. And that means that I'm guessing official are going to get a New Year's event too. In fact, if you're unofficial, you should already be seeing a countdown to the first round of these presents being dropped when the countdown ends, giving you a range of cosmetics, all of the rare chibis that you can get throughout the year, and pretty much every skin that's been dropped for every event within a wealth of presents to grab before they expire. And yes, you get two of these events to try and cover the different time zones. One that will start when it starts, and one that will start when it starts afterwards. So vague. Either way, a great thing to see. I thought we were done with events wildcard. Just snuck that one out. A last minute surprise New Year's event, and that's it. Apparently, no more events in the new year, at least for every platform that wildcard support. ARK on Switch, who have just recently got Aberration, should still be getting events through the new year. The developers for that specific port have gone on to say that, yeah, you'll be seeing some events next year at the very least. So hopefully that will continue to run for you, for people who have missed out on years of content on the Switch. And that's your lot for today. Are you enjoying this new version of SOTF, people? Comment below. Please do let me know. And Happy New Year to you all out there. Hopefully you get some of those cool present gifts on possibly the very last event you'll ever see on ARK 1. And I'll see you in the new year. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.